Hi, Debbie here, happy Wednesday. So this little movement sequence is for those of you that are perhaps spending a little bit too much of the day sat down. So just like we need to keep ourselves hydrated by drinking lots of water, our spine also thrives on being hydrated with movement. So I'm just going to show you a couple of simple movements that you can do that are especially great if you've been sat on a chair all day or if you've just not really been moving your body very much. There's a seated variation that you can do sat on the floor or sat on a chair, and there's a variation that you can do if you want to kind of come onto the ground and make the movement a little bit bigger. There's also some ways that you can tweak the position of your arms, so if you've got any issues going on with wrists or shoulders. So it's called the cat and cow pose or cat and cow sequence. You've probably heard of it. It tends to be in a lot of yoga classes, and basically it's just creating waves in the spine. And it's trying to encourage more movement in the neck, the shoulders, the upper torso, and all the way down to the pelvis. So to do this seated, you can either be sat on the floor cross-legged or you can be sat on a chair. So I'm going to turn slightly to the side so you can see a little bit better what I'm doing. So just come to your most comfortable seated position, spine nice and upright, and just rest your hands onto your knees. When you rest your hands onto your knees, the elbows will probably be bent. So just lean back until the arms are virtually straight. Then from here, we take an inhale breath, try and lift the chest, draw the shoulders down and look up towards the ceiling. So you're opening out through the chest. Shoulders are down, chest is up. And then we exhale and we try and tuck everything in. So rounding through the head, the neck, the upper, the lower spine, tucking the tailbone under, so you're tilting the pelvis. So inhaling, lift and look up, but draw the shoulders down. And then exhale, round and tuck the chin in towards the chest. So inhale to lift, exhale to round. And you can kind of create these waves in whichever direction you want. You could go to the diagonal, you could go straight up through the center, you could even do more of a kind of circular motion. So any kind of movement that encourages and mobilizes the spine, encourages movement and mobilizes the spine. So that's the way to do it seated. The other way is to do it on your hands and knees, or hands and forearms. So there's two options here. You can either be on your hands. If that's not great for your shoulders, your wrists, then come down onto your forearms. You can do the same kind of movement from this forearm position. So knees under the hips, elbows or hands under the shoulders. And just like we did when we were seated, we encourage the head and the hips to tilt up towards the ceiling. So you're opening out through the front of the chest, the shoulders, and the spine, and then we exhale and round and arch the spine, tucking chin towards the chest, tucking the tailbone under, so inhaling to lift, exhaling to round. And again, you can keep it quite central, or you could go in more of a diagonal motion, you could go in more of a circular motion, a figure of eight. So just moving and creating more or hydrating your spine, your neck, your shoulders, your hips. So try these movements today to get your spine hydrated and get your body moving. Have a wonderful Wednesday, and I hope to connect with you soon. See you later.